normally stationed at Kuat, the Imperial shipyards?
What's up, MetaNerdz? We'll be pulling from every canon and legend source out there to do a complete breakdown of the Tantive III/Sundered Heart, a CR70 Corvette. The CR70, manufactured by Corellian Engineering Corporation, is a venerable class of starship within the CR series line, renowned for its balance of speed, durability, and versatility in various galactic conflicts. Designed as a Corvette, this model initially retailed for 2.9 million credits, though the price dropped to around 1 million for used models, reflecting its widespread adoption and subsequent availability in the second-hand market. Its design philosophy hinged on modularity, allowing for various configurations tailored to specific mission profiles, from diplomatic envoys to light escort duties. This flexibility made the CR70 a popular choice amongst various factions, from private security firms to smaller planetary governments, who appreciated that balance of cost, performance, and CEC's reputation for reliability. The length of 120 meters and width of approximately 49 meters place it in a size class that strikes an optimal balance between larger capital ships and smaller transports, making it twice the length of the Gazanti and about 4 X-Wings across. This size allows the CR70 to house adequate crew, equipment, and armaments, while remaining nimble enough for complex maneuvers in both space and atmospheric conditions. Its relatively compact frame also enables it to dock at a wider range of spaceports and facilities, which is often a crucial factor most people overlook. Its max atmospheric speed of 950 km per hour, or 590 miles per hour, is impressive for a ship of this class. Only 100 km per hour slower than an X-Wing, a bit slower than a Venator, and markedly quicker than the Arquitens. This high speed makes it particularly effective in atmospheric conditions, be it for rapid deployment of personnel, evading enemy fire, or engaging and returning fire. The ship's shielding system is of course key to its defense, where these shields not only withstood enemy fire, but also protected you from harsh space conditions, be it solar flares, asteroids, or debris fields, providing essential protection for both the crew and ship's vital systems. This is particularly important since stock it came without any weapons, but at least with the shielding it could survive in hostile environments long enough to either escape or receive support. This lack of weaponry points to that millennium of relative peace before the outbreak of the Clone Wars, where the Republic had no standing military. However, the modular design of this ship allowed for aftermarket weapons to be installed, catering to the needs of those requiring more combat-ready vessels, which we'll look at in a bit when we turn to the history. Navigation was handled by a standard navicomputer, a staple in all interstellar travel, providing the necessary calculations for precise hyperspace jumps. The inclusion of 2 high-capacity escape pods, cleverly disguised as cannon turrets, is a testament to the ship's design ingenuity. These pods provided a means of emergency evacuation for the crew, ensuring their safety in dire situations. This feature also underscores the importance placed on crew survivability in the overall design philosophy of the CR70. And speaking of the crew, it required a minimum of 18 crew members for standard operations, but could accommodate up to 150. This flexibility in crew capacity made the ship adaptable to various roles, from a lightly manned cargo transport to a fully staffed military command vessel. And same idea with the passengers. The capacity of up to 600, again depending on the configuration, made it suitable for large-scale troop transports, evacuation missions, or as a civilian passenger liner, adaptable to the needs of any mission or operator. With a cargo capacity of 5,000 tons, the CR70 was more than capable of handling substantial logistical tasks, be it transporting supplies, equipment, or vehicles. This capacity, combined with its speed and range, made it an excellent choice for critical supply runs, especially in blockaded or remote areas. The provision of consumables for an entire year is another feature that highlights the CR70's capabilities for extended missions without needing to be resupplied. This autonomy was crucial for long-range recon missions, deep space exploration, or when operating in enemy territory where resupply was not feasible. And though it's unclear what those provisions were, it's unlikely that this meant 3 square meals for 600 plus people for an entire year. More likely it's a lot of shared bags of Orga root spiced Ewok jerky. The inclusion of other systems like a ventral docking ring and boarding ramp provided additional operation flexibility. The docking ramp allowed for the attachment of secondary vessels or modules, while the boarding ramp facilitated easy access for both cargo and personnel, just adding to its overall utility. And it would be via this Kenobi could stow his spoil of war and rivalry when he took Grievous's Belbullab 22. The introduction of the Vanguard C-20 retrofit suite represented a significant development in the evolution of Corellian Corvettes. This suite, offered at a cost of 50,000 credits, was designed to bring the older CR70 Corvettes in line with the newer CR90 model, both in terms of technological advancements and combat capabilities. This upgrade was a strategic move by the Corellian Engineering Corporation to maintain the relevance and effectiveness of their earlier models in the rapidly advancing technological landscape during this time of war. Let's pause and thank this video's sponsor, Saber. Right now they have a Christmas special. Buy any replica and get a free Padawan Saber. Simply add both items to the cart, and the Padawan Saber will be automatically free at checkout. Christmas bundles are available where customers get multiple items like lightsabers, scabbards, carrying cases, etc. for a massive discounted price. Just look at all these incredible designs, ranging from simple and effective to elaborate and ornate, to just unique and hilarious. My tip would be to check out the replica section if you want something from your favorite character, the Padawan collection for simpler pieces, but they even got these one-of-a-kind special pieces, and the theme sabers for some amazing crossovers. Be sure to head over to Saber, check out the link in the description. It's a great Christmas special, and I'm sure you'll fall in love with at least one of these designs. That's onasaber.com. The use of CR70 Corvettes by the Galactic Republic, especially in the lead up to the Clone Wars, highlights their importance in galactic affairs. With the CR70 being an older design, it was generally less equipped for combat compared to the 90. However, the Vanguard C20 retrofit suite addressed the disparity. Essentially, this modification transformed the CR70 into a vessel similar to the CR90 in functionality and performance. The installation of the Vanguard C20 retrofit suite was a complex process, requiring trained professionals and taking approximately 2 to 3 weeks. It involved significant alteration to the ship's structure and systems. For instance, it extended the ship's length to 150 meters and increased its maximum acceleration to 3,400 G, significantly enhancing its speed and maneuverability. The addition of an energy flux device for countermeasures and a secondary boarding ramp near the engine block were notable improvements. The retrofit also included the installation of 4 large covers over the engine area. These covers served a dual purpose. They likely improved the efficacy of the shield generator, being lined with a series of shield projectors, and also provided an additional layer of physical armor. In the event that the shielding was breached, these covers could absorb and dissipate incoming fire before it reached the main body of the vessel or engine array, thereby enhancing the ship's survivability in combat. In terms of armament, the upgraded CR70 Corvette now featured 2 Tamanback H9 turbo lasers and 4 laser cannons, marking a significant step up in its offensive capabilities. The standard crew requirements increased to 46, reflecting the additional complexity and operational needs of these upgraded systems. As CEC shifted to producing the CR90 Corvette as its standard model, owners of the C70 were cut a deal and given the option to get this aftermarket modification suite. This strategy helped with brand loyalty and helped to continue the use and relevance of the CR70 in various roles, making it a practical military option. The effectiveness of these upgraded CR70s was demonstrated in Zero ABOI when several of these modified ships were used by the Alliance to restore the Republic during the Battle of Orochar. Their participation in such a crucial engagement illustrates the enhanced capabilities and reliability even deep into the Civil War era, proving to be versatile and formidable vessels for over half a century. The CR70 Corvette Sundered Heart, under the command of Senator Bail Organa, played a crucial and storied role during the turbulent times of the Clone Wars and subsequent rise of the Galactic Empire. The ship's history is intertwined with some of the most pivotal elements and figures of the era, and became to symbolize far more than just a transport vessel. During the Clone Wars, Senator Organa frequently used what was at this time still called the Tantive III to travel between Coruscant and his homeworld of Alderaan. And following the devastating attacks on the Jedi Temple by the 501st Legion, Senator Organa departed Coruscant, and he embarked on a daring and noble mission to rescue as many survivors of the Purge as possible. Utilizing a stolen Jedi homing beacon, he successfully contacted and rescued 2 of the last surviving members of the Jedi Council, Jedi Master Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi, who had narrowly escaped the Order 66 attacks on Kashyyyk and Utapau. The Tantive III, or Sundered Heart's next significant mission, involved returning to Coruscant. There, Yoda and Kenobi sought to alter a Jedi beacon at the Jedi Temple, turning off the beacon that was calling them home and preventing them from falling into the Empire's clutches. Concurrently, Senator Organa attended the Grand Convocation Chamber, where he witnessed the declaration of a new order by Emperor Palpatine. What followed was a battle unlike anything seen since the Old Republic era, with Organa rescuing Yoda following his failed duel with Darth Sidious in the Senate chamber. The ship's role in galactic history continued as it traveled to Naboo with the body of Padme Amidala, who had tragically passed away on Polis Massa after giving birth to her twins, Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa. It was aboard the Sundered Heart that the future of these twins was determined. Leia would be adopted by the House of Organa on Alderaan, and Luke by the Lars family on Tatooine. This period also marked significant developments for other key figures. Yoda, having encountered the Force ghosts of Qui-Gon Jinn, resolved to train Kenobi in the ways of communicating with Force spirits during their respective exiles. And to ensure the safety and secrecy of the twins' locations, Organa ordered that Captain Ramus Antilles wipe C-3PO's memory. All of that happened on this ship, and was followed by R2 and C-3PO being assigned to the Sundered Heart.
Okay, we have to cause as much destruction as we can, and be quick about it. 3PO,
Yes, sir.
Have R2 monitor Imperial comm channels and scan for any chatter about our mission.
The ship's storied history continued with significant modifications and notable missions under the command of Captain Ramus Antilles, at some point undergoing that substantial upgrade with the Vanguard C-20 retrofit, but they also installed a more powerful engine bank. Captain Antilles came to command of the Sundered Heart after remarkable circumstances. He received the ship as a gift, an acknowledgement of his bravery and resourcefulness in running aid and medical supplies past several Imperial blockades. This act of valor underlined the increasingly perilous environment in which the Rebel Alliance operated and the critical role of skilled and daring individuals in the struggle. Under Captain Antilles, the Sundered Heart was in the Battle of Kuat, an exceptionally daring and strategically significant operation. It helped destroy 6 Imperial shipyards orbiting Kuat, and was instrumental in paving the way for the operation to steal the X-Wing prototypes. These prototypes would prove to be one of the most useful assets captured by the Rebel Alliance, especially at this time, providing them a much-needed edge in starfighter tech. Furthermore, the Sundered Heart relied on some of that versatility when it came to the rescue of INCOM scientists who were being transported to the spice mines of Kessel. This rescue operation not only saved valuable lives, but also protected critical technical expertise from falling into the hands of the Empire. It would be particularly useful for maintaining their new X-Wing squadrons, with these fighters being designed by INCOM. The ship's combat prowess was further displayed in the Battle of Atziri, marking another chapter in its legacy of resistance. However, during Operation Skyhook, Captain Antilles was piloting the Tantive IV, a CR70 Corvette, as he was operating from an official position within the greater Rebel Alliance. So he didn't just use the ship that was gifted to him, but the Rebel military's newer model. The Tantive IV would get the Death Star 1 plans away from Scarif, only to be quickly intercepted in what would be dubbed the Battle of Tatooine. Tragically, this battle resulted in the capture of the Tantive IV and the death of Captain Ramus Antilles at the hands of Vader. So that's it for the breakdown. As for behind the scenes fact, the Tantive III, also known as the Sundered Heart, holds a unique place in Star Wars canon, especially in its identification and representation across various media. For one, you're probably going to see people in the comments saying it's pronounced Tantive, which does seem to be technically correct, but it's just silly. Initially, it appeared in the 2005 film Revenge of the Sith, and there was a widespread assumption that this was the Tantive IV, what we see open in A New Hope. Then Leland Chi, who holds the role of Keeper of the Holocron continuity database at Lucasfilm, later clarified that the ship seen in Revenge of the Sith was not the Tantive IV, and they gave it the name the Sundered Heart. This clarification was drawn from what is now called Star Wars Legends, the original canon, and then it got the name Tantive III solidified in the 2016 edition of the reference book Star Wars Complete Locations, and still kept his old Sundered Heart name in the Star Wars Helmet Collection. The Sundered Heart's first appearance in Star Wars universe was a hero unit for the Rebel Alliance in the 2006 video game Star Wars Empire at War. It was in 2010 that Leland Chi confirmed a retcon that established Senator Bail Organa's ship from Revenge of the Sith to be the Sundered Heart, and also appeared in the Star Wars Dark Times comic series. If you want to learn more, you can read Starships of the Galaxy Saga Edition, the Clone Wars Campaign Guide, or Blueprints Rebel Edition. If you made it this far, please hit that like button. It's the best way to help me out. Subscribe to see more, and check out these videos, I'm sure you'll like them. But most important of all, remember, the pirates have laser cannons, so you should too. And the Force will be with you, always.